Hi friends, it's March Madness, and what I mean by that is that we've had a crazy busy month. I took on way more projects than I should have. Isn't that how it works? Well, for me it does anyway. Well, look here, there's our baby girl. Isn't she just the cutest? She has so much fun around this house. We've had a lot of appointments too. Not to mention we even had a hospital visit. Unexpected, of course. You might as well know how it works around here, so come along and join the fun. Hey there, I'm Michelle, and I'm a mom to 13 amazing kids. I'm also a stay-at-home mom, a domestic engineer, maybe even a domestic goddess. And I do everything else. Just watch and see. I really have a lot to do to keep up with this giant family of ours, and I wouldn't have it any other way. There's 9 handsome boys and 4 beautiful girls. 2 of our kids are married, and we have 5 grandchildren, 3 grandsons and 2 granddaughters. Then of our 13 children, 7 of them are still at home. Now let's talk about some of the projects that I had going on. For instance, this overloaded bookcase. Books were piling out everywhere. We brought a lot of the books upstairs. There's boxes of them, stacks of them. You can easily see it was just a lot. So we ended up putting together a few shelves and putting all the books on those shelves. Now you can see that I have enough room for even more books. Why do we have so many books, you wonder? Ask me. I'll tell you. It's because we're homeschooling. Because I love to read. Isn't that a big classic trait of the Libra? Well, that's what I am. And so I have a lot of books. Even I've infected my children with the love of books. So that was project number 1. And this is project number 2, the girls' bedroom closet. It was also overflowing, as with most of the areas in my house. Kids grow so fast these days. I spent some time and cleared it out, and you can tell by looking at it that there's a lot more room. We have to go through the clothes seasonally, or at least twice a year. That way we can find out how much stuff the kids have actually grown out of, and the things that don't fit. And then we had my husband's grandmother's funeral. It was so sad. Although she was 98, soon to be 99, she still passed away, mostly of old age. And so we went to the funeral. We just had a graveside funeral because we're not allowed to go inside at this time. And so I got some cute video footage of Millie and her daddy playing catch with a pine cone, because Millie was not going to sit still. She wanted to run around and explore this beautiful green area. So who are we to stop her? That's what we do. We just give her every opportunity to have such a good time. I think that's what our job is at parenting is, you know?
And she made a difference in everything she did.
While we were up there, we stayed at my girlfriend's house and had such a good time. She's always so generous to let us come and stay at her house, crash it really. There's so many of us, but for some reason she always takes us in. I have no idea why she has such a kind heart, but I am sure grateful. She had beautiful breakfast spread out for us in the morning, and then the kids had a good time eating together, so we just really appreciated that. Well, another one of the projects that I really wanted to accomplish this month was the tackling of the front yard. We had some shrubs that we needed to pull up, and then we had a tree that we needed to cut down. Although we haven't finished it all, I think it's going to turn out really good. We want to build a couple of pathways, put in some grass, some shrubs, even a little porch. So we'll see how it goes. For now, the boys are digging a water line.
That's a leak.
Oh.
I dug it up. I'll show you. Do you want to see it?
Oh dear. Yeah, that's not good.
It's just a leak.
See, we start right here. We're going to put tile down just right here on this part of the porch. Not on the walking path part. But I think we're going to put a square of it right here. And we're going to build out right here. We're going to build over to the bushes and then make that an arch. And then we just put this sprinkler line in. Dad dug it. He's already putting it up. I'll show you. There's the hose bib. Look at that. Isn't that so awesome? So we're doing that, and we'll take all the rocks out. We took out the bush that was right here. We took out ugly thing there and the ugly one there, and then the two that were on the other side of the tree, and then we put the ugly one that was behind that rock. We took that out. Well, behind the rock right there, sorry. And so we did that, and we're going to get rid of all these rocks. We'll plant grass. We're going to pull out this tree, put a tree there, and it'll just look way better. And clean it all up. So there you go.
Look.
Oh, look at that.
It's ready to come apart.
And then you got to do what? Dig what?
And then we're going to dig. I'm going to dig all out of it. Over to here. And then from here, straight back.
Got it.
Right down through the middle.
Okay. So the next thing I needed my men to help with was moving this TV center out of this room. We love this TV center. It's been really great. But I bought another one on Facebook yard sale. It was only $200. And I have this empty wall. So I thought maybe if I put that TV center there, it might be able to take up that space and kind of balance out the downstairs. But then I have this desk, and I use it all the time. It's very helpful. The problem is that it generally just collected clutter, like this. So I cleared out the shelves, packed it up, and got rid of it. Sold it on Facebook yard sale for $20. Cha-ching! Later that evening, our boys teamed up and got that new TV center put together. It was so great to see it come up so fast. And we gave Millie the job to supervise and make sure that everybody was doing their part. Looks like she found a stowaway, don't you think?
Wow.
Isn't she just the cutest?
You did it.
My bear got messed up a lot, but
Okay, so we just got this TV center, and I really like it, except for now I can't decide if I should keep these two bookcases over here. I mean, all these are on the floor. We're going to fix this room up, but should I keep these two bookcases? They're quite a bit short. You can see where the window is, and you can see where the window is here. So it makes me feel like maybe I shouldn't keep them. I can't decide. Let me know what you think. Rest assured, we got it done. I got all the books put away, and I was even able to get my St. Patrick's Day decorations put up. And I did get rid of the bookcases. What do you think? I think it looks a lot better. And then somewhere along the way, we were able to find time to go over to our friend's wedding. Our friend's son was actually the one getting married, but he's a friend of ours too. He's such a sweetheart. They're such a lovely couple, and it was such a beautiful wedding. And this was the reception. So yesterday, when the boys started working on the yard, I ended up going in the kitchen with the girls and taking apart the pantry. It was driving me nuts. Everything was in disarray and not where it belonged, and I couldn't take it much longer. So Millie said that she wanted to help, and there she was. She grabbed a rag and went to work, like she always does. She's such a great helper. And then when I emptied the cabinets, guess who had to climb in? Yep, Millie. That's her favorite thing to do. Climb in the empty spaces, empty buckets, empty anything she can find. Anyways, I pulled everything out and rearranged it. I'm so thankful after talking to my friend Paula. She talked me into rearranging things in a little different way. Now I have all my appliances on one side and all of my food on the other. So that works out a lot better for us and our family. And it's actually staying pretty nice. You'd be surprised. The problem was I was trying to do it all in such a short time that it ended up taking 2 days. And this is what my table looked like. So I had to hurry and put it all back in the pantry in a special way just to make it look better. And then I got the table set up for St. Patrick's Day. I simplified everything, so there's not much around the house, but it sure is cute. So stinking cute. Gold candies, all the treasures in it. Cupcakes and cookies will be there. Got little candies.
Can we get her little car too?
Have my little pieces there, but I got all that other stuff there. There's Millie in her little leprechaun clothes. Got her teeth there. She's playing. But alas, we got it all finished, and there we are, decorated for St. Patrick's Day with cupcakes and everything. The boys took cupcakes to their master's class. They go there 3 days a week usually. So they have a lot of fun dressing up. Millie, of course, had a great time even in the afternoon. I gave her some Apple Jacks and she went to town, making a mess as usual. She does that the best of anyone in the house, I think. So St. Patrick's Day turned out to be just the push I needed to get this project finished. And then we were on to the next project, my hubby's side of the closet. We were going to do mine too, but his was such a mess and I had to help him that it took a little longer than we thought. So we needed him to Marie Kondo his kimono. This time I was even able to get him to sort his papers. And he found a check for $1,700. And with that, he ended up buying a safe and the golf cart that we have out front. Then on March 21st, we celebrated World Down Syndrome Day. Our little baby Millie has Down syndrome, in case you didn't know that already. She's the sweetest. Our little baby 13 was the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae we were building. So I made this little video for World Down Syndrome Day, and I thought you might like to watch it right here. Then just this week, in the early morning hours of on Tuesday, the 23rd, just a couple of days after World Down Syndrome Day, the kids had a late night playing Legos, and they left a bunch of them out. They were building and building and building all day long, but for some reason, they left some out. And then our son fell off of his bed in the middle of the wee hours of the morning and seriously cut his chin on one of the Lego sets. Can you believe that? It's ridiculous. But I went ahead and took him down to the UMC Children's Hospital here in town. And they took good care of him and got him in really quick. So the doctor decided to put stitches in instead of gluing it with super glue. I had actually looked at it and knew that there was no way I could do it with super glue. So they went ahead and stitched my son, and I went ahead and videotaped the event and watched it all for you, but I'm just going to put a little bit on here because I don't want to gross anybody out. But it's still kind of cool. Yeah, it's sad. Luckily, he wasn't in hardly any pain. And for this portion, he wasn't in any pain at all. They'd already given him a shot. So 2 stitches later, and we were home. Still, we had a couple more appointments to go to. My daughter, the one that has the jaw guard, she's getting that second piece put in today. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. And then my son, he's the one who's got the extra retainer for that back tooth of his. And we just spend a lot of time out here for these orthodontist appointments. But this month has been busy. So we're going to just take it one day at a time and hopefully get through it pretty quick and just enjoy the moments while they last. These kids are sure going to have some really pretty teeth. Sounds good. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so here we are in March at the orthodontist office. We're right by it. And you can see the beautiful mountains of Henderson behind me. It's kind of nice. There's also some on the other side. It's really nice back there. And then there's some over there. I'll show you those in a minute. But the point is that in March I've had to take the kids a lot to the orthodontist for different reasons, you know. My son was about done with his Invisalign, and then one of the teeth had not moved, so they had to isolate it. And even though they were going to take be done with the Invisalign, they had to actually make a new tray just for that tooth. So they're working on that. And then my son, he's got the wire braces, and then my daughter, she's been having a lot of jaw pain, and her jaw pain makes it to where her jaw locks up all day long, and it just is very painful for her. So we went to the dentist, and the dentist said, no, that's ortho. So we went to the orthodontist. He said, well, she actually has to go see a specialist for that, but I'm making her a mouth guard for now so that she can actually get some relief because the bones are swollen back there. And so we're getting her mouth guard, and then with that mouth guard, she will try to get where it won't be too exposing here. But she's gonna have that mouth guard, and then they had a temporary mouth guard for her. She wore that for a little while, and it's definitely made it to where it doesn't lock up as often. Oh, I don't even need this on, do I? I'm out here. I already went outside. She doesn't need it as often. I mean, she needs the mouth guard, but the locking up the jaw doesn't happen as often, so that's been good. And then on top of that, she just got her new one today, and it's going to be a longer term one, and she'll wear that until she has her appointment with the specialist. And that specialist is so packed and busy that he probably we already made the appointment, and so we can't even get there till May. So until then, that's just what we're working on. But because of it, we have to come out here a lot. And it's kind of nice because I can go to my favorite restaurant. I can go to see my daughter. It's just really great, all the different things that we can do here. It's just my husband's old stomping grounds out here. So it's kind of fun to just stop by here. But I thought I'd let you know about that because it's March and it's badness. So I just wanted to real quick tell you that since the end of March, next week is spring break. I'm really excited about that. We're going to take the kids out. We're going to take our canoes out. We're going to have a camp out. We're going to go canoeing and maybe find some bugs, find some things for the kids to do, go a little hiking. We got all these things planned, so I'm really excited about that. And that'll end up finishing out the rest of this month. And then we'll just take a break. And everybody needs a little bit of break. So hopefully you can find something to do for spring break with your kids, and that you guys can be able to finish out this madness month of March rightly. I've had so many projects. A lot of them are unfinished, as you can see from the video, but I will get them done. It's just some things take longer than others. You know, projects just have different steps and phases, and some of ours are ongoing. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm so thankful that you were here. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. It's just so fun to be able to interact with you and talk to you and be able to have such great support of our huge family. Thank you so much. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye. Now it's time for some afterthoughts. Millie is so funny. She just... There's Millie. She's in the walker because she climbed right in it. My granddaughter was in it. That's Millie's niece. And she was enjoying it, but then Millie saw that it was open, and so she's like, here, I'll try that. Don't mind the crazy background. You're cute, Millie. You say hi? So cute. She's probably gonna pop it with her teeth. Nope, she chucked it. She's shaking her legs. It's funny. Can you get out? Are you stuck? What? You could play it like a drum, huh? She climbed in there by herself. It's sure been a long day. She passed out. Now it's time for bed. Good night.